morning, boys and girls, and all of God's children. Welcome to the Church School Neighborhood. I'm Sister Angie Spears, the excited South District Church School Superintendent. What a wonderful lesson we have. We are just beginning our fall quarter, and the title of our quarter is Judah, from Isaiah to Exile. Today's lesson is titled The Ministry of Isaiah, and it comes from the book of Isaiah, chapter 6, verses 1 through 8, and then chapter 38, verses 1 through 5. This is a wonderful lesson, how Isaiah is a very young man. He might even still be a teenager. And God has important work, and God says, "Who will I send?" And Isaiah volunteers. He says, Here I am, God, send me. Well, our very special word for today is actually a phrase, and that phrase is, I'll do it. I'll do it. As a matter of fact, it is Buttercup who has the very best example that he understands today's lesson. What did you want to share with us, Buttercup? Buttercup loves fire engines. Don't you, Buttercup? He always has. Well, one of Uncle Billy's friends is a volunteer fireman. And when he found out that Buttercup really likes firemen, he says, bring him down to the firehouse. Well, since that time, Buttercup goes quite a bit with Uncle Billy to the firehouse. It was sometime last year where they were getting a brand new ladder. I guess it's an extension ladder. And traditionally, when they get new equipment, they take it on several trips just to make certain that they're familiar with how to use it in case of an emergency. Buttercup was asked to come along on the trip to test out the brand new ladder. And of course you said yes, right, Buttercup? Well, little did they know an emergency would be called in while they were on this test run. And the emergency is that there was an owl that was stuck up in a tree. It was like entangled, and it looked like the wing was broken. And apparently there was a lady who, it was in her area, her backyard or whatever, and she had called, and most people said, oh, that's too dangerous, we don't have. And so when the call came over, while they're driving the truck, the firemen are saying, I don't know, that's pretty dangerous. I mean, we've got the ladder, but if it's on a tree, a person might have to crawl from the ladder onto a branch, and it might be, it might not hold them. We need someone that would be pretty small. And what did Buttercup do? He raised his hand. He says, send me, I can do it. Buttercup has learned a lot about climbing through his Boy Scout troop, his Cub Scout troop. Well, they said, okay. And of course, they went out and they told him what to do. And of course, there were firemen nearby, and there were firemen on the ground to catch him just in case there was a fall. Buttercup was very successful. He was able to climb up the brand new ladder. He was the first one. And then he did have to grab onto the tree, walk over and grab that little owl, and he was safe. And Buttercup became quite the hero. He was on the news. The next week, there was a big celebration at the firehouse, and they made him a junior fireman. So really special things. But again, Buttercup said, yes, I can do it. He had faith that he could do it. And what you're going to find out in today's lesson, God has something very important that he needs to have someone do. And Isaiah says, here am I, God, send me. Let's take a look at the memory verse. It comes from Isaiah chapter 6, verse 8. I heard the voice of the Lord saying, who shall I send, and who will go for us? And I said, here am I, send me. Do you think you can fill that in when some of the words are missing? Let's see. I heard the voice of the Lord saying, who shall I send, and who will go for us? And I said, here am I, send me. This is a wonderful, wonderful lesson. As a matter of fact, there is a perfect song that really goes with today's lesson. And it is something that Buttercup and Daisy sing in the youth choir. And Patches sings it at his church as well. Here's the song. Lord, I'm available to you. My will I give to you. I'll do what you say do. Lord, use me, Lord, to show someone the way and enable me to say, my storage is empty and I am available to you. I trust that we will all have a heart that says, Lord, I'm available. My heart is ready. Whatever you would have me to do, I volunteer, Lord. Yes. We trust that you will join us on next week. Next week, the lesson is Hezekiah leads the people back to God. We'll be in 2 Chronicles chapter 30. Until then, have a blessed week. God bless you. Bye-bye.